Are you a beginner weightlifter and you just don't know where to start? This video is for you.
Oh, you make me want to talk back to you.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel where I talk about all things mindset and weightlifting, and I am so excited to share with you today the topic of weightlifting for beginners. And the reason why I'm so excited to share this topic is because everyone has to start somewhere. I mean, I've been in the sport for over 21 years and I had to start somewhere. And was it easy? No. But today I'm going to provide you with the tips and tricks in order to get yourself started and to know that you are doing the right thing. You are, first and foremost, you are starting the sport that you've been wanting to start for so long. And that's amazing. But now it's just about starting correctly. So stay tuned while I talk about how to start off as a beginner weightlifter. Now, here are some of the most important points that you need to remember when you start off as a beginner. First and foremost, you need to get a coach, and it could be online or it could be in person, because I know nowadays obviously it's a lot harder to get coaches in person, but you can get a really good coach online. And if you guys gel and you guys work together perfectly and your goals align, then it can work. Number two, you need to realize that technique is the most important thing when it comes to weightlifting. It's so much harder to relearn the technique than actually just starting off from the beginning, doing the work, grinding. If you can't get into positions, do the lifts over and over again, do the mobility work. Again, that's why it's so important to have a coach. So everything goes back to point one. If you have a coach, this coach is going to help guide you through the process. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to hate the sport because it's just so difficult to learn. Weightlifting is a sport that anyone can learn. It just takes time, it takes patience, and you just need to realize that put technique before anything. Point number three, and I love this point, and I see it so often, especially in CrossFit gyms, is leave your ego at the door. Now, how many athletes have you ever seen that might have come from other sports? They might have come from football, they might have come from martial arts, they might have come from, CrossFit even, or whatever, powerlifting, bodybuilding, whatever. But they come into the door and they have this perception of they are strong. But there's a difference between being strong in general and being weightlifting strong. Because with weightlifting, it's a lot more than just picking that weight up from the floor to overhead. And if that's what you want to do, then weightlifting is definitely not for you. You are going to have to realize that leaving your ego at the door and coming through that door, realizing that you might have to start off from scratch. If you are used to lifting heavy weights, 100 kilos, 200 kilos, whatever it might be, you might come into the gym and the coach might say to you, you are going to be doing bar work for the first couple of weeks. And is that breaking an athlete down? No ways. That is actually helping the athlete build the proper fundamentals. And once they have the proper fundamentals, you build on that, you build on that. And once you have the proper technique, it's going to be so much easier to add heavier weight. So if you are an athlete that wants to start the sport of weightlifting, I really recommend those 3 points is the main 3 points in order to start. And I will just sum them up. First and foremost, get a coach. Number 2, technique is important. So important. It's the most important. Number 3, leave your ego at the door if you come from another sport, because weightlifting is not that sport, and learning a new skill is difficult, and it will take time and it will take patience, but it will be worth it at the end. So now if you want to go out there and master the Olympic lifts, I have the perfect course for you called Weightlifting Mastery. And what makes my course different from other courses out there is I have taken what I've done in person and I've put it together in a course for you. I break down the snatch, the clean and jerk, the front squat, the back squat, the pulls, the accessories, the mobility. And together with that, you also get yourself a beginner weightlifting program. Now with that, I also give you ongoing support. So if you have any questions and you want to reach out to me, you can do so. I provide my email in the course. I tell you where you can reach out. I tell you which groups you can join, my Olympic weightlifting groups. And yes, the most important part is just to get started. So if you've been on that fence about starting weightlifting or not, get yourself this course. Once you've gotten the course, you've got one foot in the door, and I promise you, that's already your first step to learning how to master the lifts. Thank you guys for watching my video. I would love to know in the comments below if there are any beginner weightlifters out there, or someone who's been dabbling in the sport. Maybe they've been doing CrossFit, or they've been using it as an assistant sport, and they really just want to dial down on the technique. I'd love to know in the comments below. And thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, ring that notification bell, and I appreciate all the support.